Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. And we have a very special episode today. We're actually recording this episode while fishing. And joining me today is Zanandi Boetis. Thank you for joining me.
Remember the double hook? Double hook's important.
do you know
I
what
don't even know
catch?
how to do that. I don't even know how to do that. Like the last time I went fishing, I was like 4 with my dad. I was like, what is he doing there? Why is he torturing that worm?
We don't even know what we're going to catch. It's like most MFF episodes. We just start it and see where it goes.
I
And
think
that's what
it's
this
very
movie
on
does.
brand. It's very on brand for us. We
Yeah.
just like throw in the line and see what we catch. Like
Could be a
hopefully
giant
like
shark. It could be Cthulhu. It could be a demon,
a shaman,
a
a
shaman.
ghost.
The Wailing is so good. I just looked this up. I looked up the 2016 box office, South Korea's box office. A Train to Busan, when adjusted for American dollars, made $80 million worldwide. And then the Wailing pulled in 45 million. That's a lot of money for a 2 hour and 40-minute gut punch. That's beautiful, but that was shocking to me that it made 45 million.
Yeah, that's amazing. You wouldn't think that from like a movie that isn't gonna necessarily be for everyone, like it's not like the easiest watch. Like you say, it's a gut puncher. I mean, it's the Wailing. Like I saw they call it the strangers in France, but I like to call it a ghost, a demon, and a shaman walk into a village.
Oh, that's so good. It's like the
Right?
good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wait, what was it again?
A demon, a ghost, and a shaman walk into a village.
Oh, that's so good. And you know what's
Thank
kind of
you.
crazy? I was reading some interviews with director Na Hong-jin, and he was talking about how a lot of cult movies don't historically do well in South Korea. But what he did was, since he does, like, he has a Christian background, but he also goes to Buddhist monks whenever he has issues. So he's very fluid with his religious beliefs, but he does believe in a higher power, but he's very fluid
Mhm,
with it. He made
mhm.
sure to bring in elements of the shaman, of like Korean folklore and Korean religion, because I think that's why it translated so well in, I mean, probably one of the best horror films of the last 10 years. Every video you
Yes,
watch, people are like, this is one of the best horror films of the last 10 years.
correct.
But like, he did such a, I think it's so smart how the guy took years to research this. He just spent a lot of time researching it and writing it and coming up with it and casting it. And I think by including elements of just like multiple religions in this, he was able to sort of capture a wide audience as opposed to just Midsommar or The Wicker Man or what's another, The Invitation, say. Like, this was a very, I don't know, he brought in really neat elements of Korean culture, that which was really important to him. And the more I research this, I just love this movie. I just love this movie. I love it.
I
It's
love it
so
too.
good.
It's
It's
my
so good.
favorite zombie, not zombie horror. I love it. No, I mean, I hear what you say. Like, it's a thing where there's a lot of like Korean culture in it, obviously, but there's enough of everything. I mean, to make it relevant to a bigger audience, a larger audience. And I think that's why like people from around the world, including us, love it so much. Because I mean, like the subgenres, you've got plague, you've got zombies, witchcraft, possession, ghosts, and demons. Like in essence, it's a folk horror, but he's not only taking folk horror, like it is essentially from a Korean point of view, but it's very inclusive, which is great. Like there's layers to it. I mean, he uses horror tropes left and right, but it's in such an absolute unique and such a loose way. I feel like we're used to when movies use tropes to either subvert or comment on said tropes or whatever. It's very deliberately done. Like, it's made clear this is the trope that we're showing you and we're making fun of and whatnot. He doesn't do that. He just uses it to fill up the space of this storytelling, because what it is essentially is stories. That's why we start off with it's the stories. It's these little scary ghost stories that the characters tell each other, and these things start to like kind of start to simmer in the minds of our lead characters, and then it like goes off the rail and whatnot. But I mean, oh my gosh, I love this movie so
I
much. I
love it.
also love how
It
we've got the
works.
comedy in there. Exactly. We've
I'm
got like it's
yelling.
that thing.
Sorry.
Yes. I mean, and the shaman, like, shamanism is big in their culture. Like we see it in a lot of Korean horrors too. So, using the ghost story, using the demon, using the Korean Japan conflict with the Japanese man, using just like all of that. We've got a barrel of soy sauce, people. I mean, like, it's wonderful.
Rock
It's really a
throwing.
great movie, and it's also a fantastically easy, rewatchable movie.
Yeah.
Because every time you watch it, you see the layers, you see how he tries to make you think something and showing you, what it really is. Like we watched an amazing YouTube video by who, Mark? Who was it?
Spikima. Spikima.
Spikima.
Spikima. Like really good video. And we learned our best pronunciations from that episode as well, just to be prepared.
Absolutely. Yes, we're trying with that. But yeah, great video. How you use the cuts, the editing of it to like, show people like the false truths, but then also actually show the truth, and just the ambiguity of it all. I mean, I think that's the title of the video, is the ambiguity in the Wailing, and just how excellent it is. I mean, I think it's also so relevant, and something that will always be relevant, because at the end of the day, it's like these characters are asking, why do bad things happen to people? It's like finding that answer too. And like, it can't not be nothing. I love how they show how it's this beautiful town, village, mountain village. I think it's also the Korean title of the film. Yeah. What's the name of the village again? Goksung.
Let me
I didn't check that pronunciation. Sorry, you guys. Don't want to get it wrong. A beautiful mountain village. And so there's a lot of
Gokseong. Gokseong. Yeah.
Yeah,
you said it right.
You said no. You spent some time in Korea, so I trust you more with like the pronunciation of things.
It's much faster. They say it much faster, and I just
true.
I've just always had a rough time. Like even when I got my lit degree, even when I explained Shakespeare to people, it was very rough sounding. Like I could explain everything about Hamlet, but people are like, that was like bro speak, but Hamlet. It's like like when it comes to speaking other languages, I think I can get it, but it's just not pretty. If that makes sense.
I think you're better than you think you are. But anyway, so like you've got they show a lot of like nature and the cruelty of nature. Like you've got the guy who eats like the poisonous mushrooms, and you've got the dude that mucks around on the mountain, hits his head, but pretty much has a concussion, sees the demon guy. The same guy mucks around on the mountain again, gets struck by lightning. And it's like, they try to like, why does this happen? It must be some like higher thing, where it's just like, no, nature is cruel and these things happen, like I love how they play around with that. And then of course the cruelty of man. I mean, our lead character hacks a dog. Like it's one thing to want to like, keep your child safe. It's another thing to just hack a dog out of frustration because you can't, like, so I love that all the play on, the cruelty of nature, whether it's like nature out there and nature inside. And yeah, just how that plays out in the movie, and how these people keep thinking, oh no, but that woman must have been a ghost, or oh no, that. And then it eventually becomes it, because it's like that old thing where you keep on believing you're seeing a ghost, and you will eventually see a ghost. So you keep on believing someone's evil, and at the end of the day, all you'll see is the evil things that they do. It's kind of that reinforcing thing and manifesting it, which is so good. I love this movie so much. I actually wrote down because at the source, like the movie acts like a summoning in itself, like of all our fears and all the things and all the evil that it represents, with the possession in the film being the result of fear of the unknown. But it's like, if you're going to believe there's a ghost, you're eventually going to see a ghost, blah, blah, blah. Like The Wailing, in truth, may be vastly different, but still has a lot in common with The Witch, another 2016 movie, where like the hysteria of the belief in this thing eventually creates it, which I just love, because we see that play out. I mean, not to get all political, but I mean, just this week, a woman was shot dead in a shop in California because she had a big, gay pride flag in her window, and a guy who was fed all these terrible things of "they're coming for you" just went in there and shot her because he believed that they're coming for me. Like, I must save myself and everyone. Like, that's what we have here.
Yeah. No, and
You
you know,
know?
it's I think you're nailing it too, because the director also said that this is a movie where when people can't communicate, you have the Korean,
Yes.
you have the Korean officer, the Japanese man, they don't understand each other. You do have a translator, but things get lost in translation. And so when you can't understand each other, when you can't speak each other's language, things happen. Like you don't understand someone's culture, right? You don't
They
like,
don't even have a
yeah.
conversation. They don't even talk to each other to begin with. Like, I
Mhm.
mean, the whole translation scene happens so far into the movie when things are already batshit. Like,
Yeah.
it's totally, yeah, a communication thing for sure.
This movie though, like the director, like he went to like a bunch of Asian countries and he studied rituals. He said, I traveled to many Asian countries, including Korea, to collect information. Every time I witness a ritual, whatever the purpose it may be, I experience heartburst and excitement by followed by serious dizziness. My reactions would be all but naturally expected from a person watching the offerings burn in licking flames. And he put the music in the big scene in this, the music in the big, I don't know, exorcism scene, or the what's when the shaman is doing his seance scene. Like he said that the music used in the sequence is played by actual shamans, and all the actions played are the same as the ritual, as in the ritual of exorcism performed in real life. I secretly wondered if any audience would have a seizure or something, but that didn't happen. So that
Thank
the
God.
director saw that and
Wow.
recreated it with
Oh,
actual shamans to make that. And it was like an
that scene always gets me
15
because,
minute
I
cut.
mean, yeah, and those things in reality is extremely traumatizing for whoever is getting that exorcism. I mean, it's like, it's gnarly stuff that, like, and I think they do it pretty well because that for me is what I call like the hysteria scene, like, where everyone gets very excited about their beliefs and so on and so on. That yeah, it gets all, and the poor child is writhing and screaming and doesn't really know what's going on and what's expected.
Yeah.
I love how like they do, just actually on the note of yeah, us quoting Na, like you also like came out and said that like xenophobia had nothing to do with his film because that obviously came up about like the Japanese man being the outsider, and because like he said his goal was to show the irrational but intense fear that can spring from the inability to communicate with the person you fear. I think that sums it up so nicely. Like the
Mhm.
inability to communicate with the person you fear, you know? Anyway, so good. Just
And
so
it
good.
builds. And,
It does. And
and
so the kid, I mean, I love the kid's character too. Like this movie, it's long, it's a stretch, but it never feels like it because it needs that time to do what it does so well. It fleshes out the characters, like the girl in the beginning when we first meet her. It's basically her like being a little kid. Okay, so who died? They're not telling her. And then the next scene we see her, it's like, oh yeah, I saw you and mom have sex in the car. It's not the first time I've seen this. So okay, she's growing up. So that's why like the vulgar language starts coming out, and then it's so funny how everyone's like, she's possessed and what, but she's also just like a girl becoming a teenager, which we know. We know
same. No, I'm joking.
teenagers, been there.
I have a 2 year old. I'm gonna be there. I'll be dealing with it in, well, a decade, but
Oh,
still.
Mark, you'll have all our support. But no, Mallory's gonna rock it. Yeah, I mean, there's so many, like it takes so much time to build all these layers that just makes the ambiguity, it strengthens it. It doesn't, make you feel exhausted by it. It actually sucks you into the story more and more because you want to figure out, but it's also not feeling like a 1, 2, 3 who done it type of thing. It's just this like what is happening, and it's like I think like there was a critic that also said, I mean, Like that's our favorite thing, right? To like be confronted in like in horror with when we don't know what we're supposed to be scared of, you know, like that is one of the most scariest things. It's like, yeah, when you get something in the dark and you can't see it, you don't know what it was. Like, and it's that very basic concept that he took and he said, okay, let's apply it to humans. Let's apply it to us and like how we live as like a community, put it in like isolation, which is easier because, you know, they only have this. I mean, the way like they, you know, talk about, oh no, okay, but the newspaper said it was mushroom poisoning. Yeah, I don't know, because it's there. The newspaper people are there. They're not here, you know, like it's just all these little layers that just enriches the story and enriches the experience that we go through with these like people in the story. It's and yeah, again, it feels it might be a different culture. It might be, you know, like have some cultural specifics to it, but it feels so relatable in so many ways. You can take the Wailing and the story of the Wailing and the way the characters are all and so many different lovely variety of characters and you can apply them to people you know or see in the news or like met on Twitter or you know so easy it's yeah,
And like
it
let's
is
look at it too. You have child
right.
endangerment in this movie. You have religious aspects, and we were talking about this the other day. If you look at that, the A Quiet Place, The Exorcism, The Omen, some of the highest grossing horror films ever made deal with either child endangerment or a religious elements. Like I Am Legend
Yeah,
has religious elements, and so even though this is a very South Korean tale, it has universal aspects that everyone can watch and feel like you feel that the religious aspect of it. You can feel the child endangerment, or you just it's a good who done it. I mean, this is a good story. And you know what's crazy about this movie is, you know, you start off with the Luke verse that's like they were startled and frightened, thinking they saw a ghost. He said to them, "Why are you troubled, and why do doubts rise in your minds? Look at my hands and my feet. It is I myself. Touch me and see. A ghost does not have flesh and bones, as you see I have." So it starts with that, and then we're shown the villain immediately. He's fishing. He's fishing. Like he doesn't know what he's gonna catch. He's just fishing. And the whole movie, eating animals, just around. And like you see it. You always he is the villain. The Japanese man is the villain. But he starts putting doubt in your mind. And it's almost like the director's playing a game with you because like this dude's guilty. But then he comes out and introduces what's the Moom Young, and she has some doubt, but does nothing malicious. Like the villain is the villain the whole time, right? But then he throws in some curveballs, and you because I remember watching this and I was like, yeah, this dude's it. And then there keep you he keeps messing with you a little bit, but it's all linear too. Like I like in that video, this isn't some non-linear thing that, like here, get you there. Like this is just a linear tale that likes to mess with you, and it tells you it's going to mess with you, and it does, and it's successful. And I
it
think
really does.
it had to be 2 hours and 40 minutes, right? Because I look at The Exorcism or The Exorcist. A girl gets possessed, and they have a priest and the parents and some other people have to deal with it, right? A very easy tale to condense into 2 hours. You have Green Room, another beautiful film. It's a siege thriller. Contain it into 2 hours. But this one, you need to like just like I Saw the Devil. I feel like you need and Thirst. You need to be immersed in it. You need to get there. Like you need to be fully invested in it, and it needs the time for the twists and turns. Like this movie could have been 2 hours, and then the final 10 minutes are twists and turns, and you're like, what? But it doesn't. It spaces them out, and it puts doubt in your mind slowly, and it's it's about that. It needs to be this time, and I think that's why it flies by, and it's quite watchable now
Yes, yes,
because
doesn't feel like 2.5 hours, doesn't.
when a movie right make when a movie is good and it makes sense to be that long, you don't feel the length.
No.
There's been 100-minute long movies. I was like, this is an eternity for me to sit
Yes.
through, and I think just like I Saw the Devil had to put you in it. This one as well. You just needed to be in this world. You need to take your time in this world. I mean, descents into madness take time. So
I
it's
think if it was shorter, it would have not have had the ambiguity that it has. I mean, so for me, I love also the fact that the shaman isn't just used because that's a cultural thing or anything, but it's also like, beware of the shaman, beware of the man who thinks he knows the answers, because this movie doesn't give you answers. I don't think it's that clear cut, like who's the villain, who's not. Like I said, you've got, where in the world would people cheer for a protagonist that hacks a dog when he doesn't have to? Because look objectively at this dog. This dog is only doing what any owner would expect its dog to do, is protect the property from invaders, which is
Mhm.
what those two like did, those three like the first time around. Like, this guy hacks that dog. He's the protagonist. You're supposed to know root for him or whatever. I think, like, for me, the demon, the ghost, and the shaman is like the unholy trinity, the representation of the unholy trinity of man. And they're just like all of us, kind of. That's that for me, the quote of like, this is me, my hands, my feet, myself. Like, that is how that quote makes sense to me. It's just like a representation of, like it's like, okay, it's searching for answers, but where are you looking for those answers? You're not going to find them there, like I feel like that's kind of the movie's whole thing, where
Mhm.
it keeps like it keeps making you guess, making you wonder again. That's why it's so rewatchable, because every time you're like, yeah, 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 but look at what this guy's doing here, or look at what she's actually doing there, or mother-in-law that's so quick to say, I phoned a shaman, like, or I say phoned, but however the hell she got hold of him, but she was
Mhm.
like there, right? It's so funny. It's like all these little layers, and you see the people react to things, and the people who question and the people who don't even question, they just believe. And yeah, I think like that is kind of like an underlying thing with this movie, is be careful what you think is real, be careful what you think the answer is, because it's never as simple as that. And I think the Japanese man was a perfect representation of that. I think that's also like, it wasn't just playing with us, but it's making you think like, why would you just think someone is just evil? That is, it's a very base way of thinking about things,
Mhm.
like people are complex, people are capable of a lot of things, we're capable of everything at the end of the day, um like, you might not think I'm cruel, but someone else might think I am cruel because of something that like I've done to them, or they've experienced of me, or maybe wrongfully see or experience me do something. It's so complex with us humans. And I think, and then add the spiritual realm to it all, and it just gets bizarrely complex. And that's also the thing, like what you said, like you don't even have to be like religious to get this, because it's a very like natural human level. I think we're all spiritual, if we like, buy into it or not. Like there's definitely, you look up at the stars and there's a universe and stuff, and you can like just, yeah, okay, I'm this like one little thing, how did I get here, existentialism, whatnot. And I think, yeah, like it transcends religion too, like I call it like the unholy trinity, because it's just another way of putting it, but you can call it anything. You can call it like the three levels of the psyche. You can call it, I think there's like, you can really unpack this thing, and put anything to it. But yeah,
Mhm.
I think it's more about, this is a movie that's not going to give you answers. It's going to give you questions, which is my favorite kind of
and
movie,
and they're good
honestly.
questions. They're not
And
like
they're
the
good
yeah, like
questions. They're not silly fluff. We've done
exactly.
this before. I
It's the
mean, that's
questions
a
you want.
thing. Exactly. Like, I'm not surprised that some folks immediately jump to, oh, this is xenophobic, making the Japanese man like the evil man. And I'm like, no, 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 no. This is not what he's doing, though. Like, it's
Yeah.
not as simple as that. It's about the questions. It's about, why do we think this? Why, like, because someone shows this to us, or someone told it to us, or we had a bad dream about it, or
Oh, and I mean,
yeah.
what do you think about the turn at the end with the Japanese man in the cave when the deacon comes at him with the scythe? then he appears to be the demon who takes the photo, which some people say takes the soul. Like, what do you think about? Like, what's your take on that?
I mean, basically, like, yeah, everything I just said, really. Like, I love that, like, whole bit where, because he says, yeah, I'm the devil because you want me to be, because you've already decided that I am. He says that. So, like, I read like a lot of people were like, loved the movie, could have done without that little ending thing at the end. And I was like, interesting. Okay. Like, I don't know. I liked it. I thought that like really brought home the horror of it all. But it's also a sad thing. Like it makes me so sad watching that ending. Like, I don't know. It's because, yeah, again, it's like, okay, you wanted this to be this way, so let's roll, kind of thing.
You're not leaving here. You're in
But
some
it just
trouble.
adds, exactly, but it also just adds to the ambiguity of it, I think. Like, for me, again, I mean, I think everyone will read it differently. I do love the ways that I wrote it down, the deleted scene that they had. So it happened right after the cave story, obviously. The Japanese man is seen sitting on a bench by the roadside. He spots a family on the other side of the road and invites a child to him by offering her candies. The mom picks up the kid before she manages to reach the stranger, which is the Japanese man. A car driven by Il Wang,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Il Wang, is that right? Mark,
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, Il Guang. Yeah, you're right.
Il
Yeah.
Guang. Okay, a car driven by Il Guang picks up the Japanese man before leaving, and in the center of the road, the woman ghost, witnesses the car fading away. Like, I actually love that little ending, the deleted scene. Not that the movie didn't, that it's good the way it is, but I also just, yeah, love seeing, like, you know, those three continuing on, and like the question of, yeah, like, this is just going to repeat somewhere else. They've now destroyed the village, and it's just going to go on to the next and the next community and go muck around with the next community, because we humans are so susceptible to all these things. Like, I love that, like, little deleted scene. And yeah,
On
anyway,
to the
I just
next
wanted to
one.
share that. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, creeps.
And I'm just
But
so
yeah,
I'm also happy that this movie was a financial success. It was a critical success, and audiences like it. So this wasn't like The Witch that is adored critically, but audiences don't like it. Like
yeah,
some
not
some
everyone liked it.
remember in 2016 the discourse between
Mm.
sort of elevated what is horror and what is elevated horror and why do you not like this, and that's when the discourse like really ramped up into gear with this new wave of
Yeah,
horror. But
especially with your president and the witch hunting and stuff.
yeah, and just yeah, listen,
Good
like,
times.
yeah, don't take me back there. It's
Sorry.
yeah, but like 99%, 7.4 on IMDb. I mean, 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. It's kind of interesting talking about this movie because everyone loves it. Like, this isn't a movie that people
Yes.
missed. This isn't a movie that people
No,
don't
dude.
like. This opened up Khan out of competition. This had a huge ovation. This is a movie that, but you know what though? I mean, in this movie, you have zombies getting hit in the head. You have just blood explosions. You have long rituals. You have 160 minutes of film, but yet people love it. So it's not. That's a balancing act. That's a
It
balancing act to
is.
make something this adored.
It's a
Like,
feat.
yeah, and it took. I mean, but listen. I mean, I love the director. I don't know if you know his other stuff, The Chaser or The Yellow Sea, but they're all about that too. They're about just like they talked about it a little bit in that video, but it's just like a race against time, and it's so desperate. Like this the director, like Hwang Jung, he just knows how to just tighten it. Like, was it like just tighten the noose around your neck as you go? Like, I don't know how he does it, but with Chaser, Yellow Sea, and this, he just, I don't know. It's a this is a director. It's kind of a bummer too, because like, if a similar director released 3 similar films in the States, they would be, I mean, I'm just talking about United States. Like, you're in South Africa, he's big in South Korea, but like, I feel like this director would be, huge, right? Like, I just think
Yes. Yes. Na
three
Hong-jin will be massive because I mean he created one of the best horror movies of the 21st century with The Wailing.
Yeah.
Like he would have, yeah,
And listen, I think cinephiles know about him. I think worldwide
yeah.
cinema knows, but it's just like these are so good. And it's kind of crazy though that normally you make a movie like this and it's not as adored, but this one is. Like I Saw the Devil, which we talked about. It's not as adored as this one.
No, some people can't watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This one
yeah.
though works, and it also is quite heavy. And but it's just so art. He was talking about the cinematographer in this movie. I mean, I love the beautiful shots of just the picturesque Korean landscapes, and then this movie sort
Yes.
of
Oh,
gets, and then eventually it just sort of tightens the noose around your neck, and it just feels tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter, and you get into smaller and smaller and smaller places, and it just gets more and more and more tense. But it takes its time, and like I love the cinematography of it. Like the director talked about how the cinematographer would just go for walks with his camera and find really great transitions and B-roll to shoot on this film. Like he entered it. He said with like the mind of a child shooting the Wailing, and he found beautiful shots and transitions to work with. So yeah, this took 6 years. I mean, between the Yellow Sea and the Wailing, there was a 6 year gap. And it wasn't like he just was hanging out. Like he said he worked on this movie for 6 years. And you feel it.
you do. I mean, listen, if this is how long it takes to make a brilliant movie like this, then everyone should really, because I think that's the thing too. The movie never feels rushed. Never. Everything feels exactly in its right place. It feels thought out. It feels there's a rhythm to everything. The
Mhm.
cuts, the sound, just everything. I also love that yeah, I mean, like we open with these amazing landscape shots of like the nature and the beauty, and we end up in the cave. The little like it's so cool. Yeah, oh, it's. I mean,
I love that this movie's so good. We're both just like, this movie's just so good. So what do you think about the core character, Jung-gu? Like, what do you think about Jung-gu? Like, he's very flawed. Like, I love this scene when he's with his wife. He's like, if we're gonna keep doing this because they live in a tight household, he's like, I need more herbal supplements. Like he shows up late to
they
crime
need to
scenes because
bang in the car.
his mother-in-law makes him eat. I love he's eating breakfast with broccoli on the table, just having a little drink with his breakfast. And he shows up late. He gets yelled at a lot. He's kind of bumbling, which is kind of I did read an interview where they said that's kind of a cop archetype out there with like memories of murder and the sort of rural cop. I mean, we have that here, kind of bumbling and stumbling, but
Yeah.
he's just like his daughter's in trouble, his town is in trouble, there's the unknown happening to him. I mean, when you live in a smaller town, I think your world's smaller, so when a threat comes, it's a lot different than living in the big city, and seeing that. And I just really like the progression of his character. And I mean, just yeah, I like Jung-gu. I think he's a layered, kind of silly, serious, I don't know. It's a good performance. I don't know what you think about the
He
character.
absolutely is. Yeah. No, Django was good because like I did an article for Cracked where I praised the brilliance of South Korean horror films in general. And like a thing when I was watching almost all, but all the big South Korean horrors that I picked up was a lot of them like dealt with the dad that either didn't really know how to
Train to Busan.
deal with his daughter, or like wasn't just he wasn't a good dad at all, you know.
Old
And how
boy.
sad old boy, and like how sad South Korean horrors always are, you know. They never give you like American horrors give you the oh dad or mom or whoever saves kid happy. South Korean horrors never do that. It's the opposite. It's like dad is not getting another sunrise with his kid. Like, you know, it's like almost that too little too late, which I love because it's a cautionary tale. A cautionary tale wouldn't be a cautionary tale if it had a happy ending, you know. If you look at like folk tales and stuff, that's how they work. So you've got a folk horror here. So like obviously it's gonna be like, yeah, well, you should have like listened to your kid from the beginning, not to these other things. Like I love the first time she freaks out on her dad. The first time she yells,
Oh
she's
yeah.
like, why is this important? You don't know what's important. You don't get it. Like that's what she tells him. Like she straight says the answer to this whole mess. Like stop listening to these people and these things and getting your head all messed up with all these weird stuff. I'm here, you're good. Hi, hello, I'm important, please. But you don't even know me, you don't even talk to me. I mean, like if there's an answer that you want from this movie, there it is. Like so I love like it's kind of a thing that I've seen a lot of South Korean artists do with the bumbling dad thing. But I mean, he's like one of the best of them, like his character, because he he is endearing. Again, I've never seen a character hack a dog like that, and you're still rooting for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that, yeah, not could have pulled that off is just amazing. So, yeah.
And I think, do you think it's part of the situation? Like, I don't think I would ever hack a dog to death, but I guess the
No.
situation makes it more palatable because it's just such an insane.
Well, the crazy thing is, he wasn't even in danger. He was frustrated because he couldn't communicate with the Japanese man.
Yeah.
He had the translator. He was getting angry, and then the dog wouldn't stop barking, and he hacked the dog. Like, it's like, okay. Okay, sure. It like, kind of attacked him when whatever, but he could have just ran away. But he hacked that dog for like a whole minute.
Yeah.
I
At least
mean,
we
it's one
just
thing.
listen to it, right? We don't.
Yeah, well, they do show it afterwards, which is nice. And then later on, the crow's eating the dog, which is
Yeah.
also like,
Well, at least the crows got fed, is what they're saying. Is that what you? No, I'm joking.
oh yeah, the circle of life,
I,
nature,
I
and
I
all.
I love what you said about pushing genre, though. I mean, if you look at Train to Busan, you have the father daughter, but then you get the zombie movie, then you get the action movie. I saw the
Yes,
Devil's Revenge film, but it's also a horror film. It's also a body horror film. It's a psychological drama. It's not just a taut thriller. I think they are very
yes.
good at it. And also, I love what you said about these movies go there. I don't want to sound like I'm insulting it, but A Quiet Place, right? They kill the kid in the beginning. I don't, that's just meant to be like, oh, this world's dangerous. It doesn't feel, it feels more like a tool to get you to feel violent or feel, I don't know, for the family. And
Yeah.
I don't think I haven't watched too many South Korean notable ones that would do that. I feel like these sort of, they're not.
No, I think I Saw the Devil is the only one, but I mean that's about a serial killer, so that makes sense.
Mhm. And that's what kicks. I mean, it's a coincidence that he gets who he gets, but it's, I don't know. I just like that, and I do love your art. I remember when you wrote this. This was a couple years ago, and you were talking to me
I
about the
know.
movies you were watching.
Not my best written thing, but I think I make some good points. I still stand by a lot of the points.
Well, you know
Like
what you
it's
did
just
though. You got out an article that people could read about how great Korean cinema is. I mean, sometimes you just got to do that.
exactly. And I got paid to watch a lot of South Korean horror movies, which was fantastic. And I got to watch The Pied Piper that everyone should like also watch because that's good. And it's actually a lesser known South Korean horror, and it's really, really, really good. The Piper, it's based on The Pied Piper. It's their version of, and it's really good.
Ooh.
So yeah, if you want to watch a lesser known but still very good South Korean horror, check out The Piper. It's good.
And and like I like what you said too. They're not afraid. Like hashtag alive. It's just a dude in an apartment block with zombies. Like it's. But here's the thing though. Tropes are tropes for a reason. Like the 3 act structure works. Like that's like at the end of the day, your movie has to make money. If your movies don't make money, you're not going to be around. So you got to figure out a way to bring in audiences as well as appealing to the art house crowd, the big audiences. And I think they first and foremost, like I think Tom Cruise has done a good job at that. I think Barbie did a good job at that. I think Nolan's done a good job at that. So I think
Yeah.
I think it's fine to rely on like Inception's a heist movie. Like it's fine. Like it's
Oh, we want those too. I
mm-hmm,
mean, we love variety, don't we? I
mm-hmm,
think so. I think the thing about the Wailing also is just again, it does touch on like religion and stuff. I mean, we've got like demons and the devil in it, and I think people just go nuts for that. Like you said, it's like highest grossing stuff. So I think actually like now maybe now is like landed on something here where maybe you can get away more with like religious type horror stuff. Maybe there's room for like kind of don't underestimate people with it, because you already have them with the theme clearly.
mm-hmm.
Again, I don't think it's a coincidence that the top 10 or highest grossing movies are all like laced with either kids or religious or both. So yeah, maybe that's like kind of the thing. And when I say forgiving, I mean there's nothing to forgive. of this movie. It's a brilliant movie, but yeah, like I say, kind of, I think, yeah, a lot of the times, like filmmakers underestimate audiences.
Yeah,
And again, this is a clear example because everybody who has seen The Wailing sings its praises. I've never heard anyone say, yeah, like I've maybe like again see people like saying, I could have done without the cave ending, or I don't know if they like, the Japanese man could have been like more like toned down or whatever. But I mean, that's just people's opinions. Yeah, I don't agree at all. But you know, but still, those same people would still praise the movie. Like they'll still go, despite of what I just criticized, it's still freaking amazing because it is so freaking amazing.
I've written 1900 positive words. I need 100 negative and then 100
Yes,
positive to close it out.
I
And to
need to be
do that,
critical. Like, can't really fault it, but I'm gonna try.
that's why I've actually really enjoyed the Feel Good series with Johnny Num, where somehow we've gotten into tackling a lot of films with religious aspects, but we're talking like First Reformed, Only God Forgives, Bad Lieutenant, Virgin Suicides. So I think there's a way to really incorporate religion into a a tale and make it work and be smart. Like there's so many
Exactly.
great questions to be asked by filmmakers who are trying to tackle religion. And so I think there is a way to cover it three-dimensionally, but also in a way that looks at it from all angles. And
Like this one,
yeah,
because this is not a religious movie.
no,
It's a movie that
with
asks,
elements.
like, yeah, it shows like humans trying to understand why certain things happen, why people will just lose their minds and kill their families, why people die, why plagues happen, why all of that. Religion is just like one aspect of a possible explanation that people like to come up with. It's not that it's a religious movie per se,
Yeah.
which I think that's why it works so well. Like, yeah, it kind of just goes on that natural instincts of us and how we like. I love the talk in the beginning. I mean, throughout the whole movie, up right until the end, they discuss this whole theme of why do these things happen? What is it that you believe? This is just a story, it's not real. They keep on, there's always a character like saying, no, stop thinking this. I mean, the priest tells him the church can't help you now because
You're
you're
screwed.
so believing that this is
Yeah.
real. So there's nothing we can do because you believe it's real. That's why I love the cave ending because you believe it's real. So, uh, okay, buddy, can't help you. I mean, we can all relate.
Yeah, that guy's talking. He's like, no, this is it. And he's like, okay. Like,
Okay.
okay, just
Okay, fine.
you got it. Like,
You
yep, that's fine. You're good to
believe in
go.
the devil.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but even the priest in that, or the I guess the priest, he does have a very rational view of it, so he's not really viewed as a nemesis or an evil deity. He's like, listen, this is what you believe, you're going to believe it, so we can't help you. Like it's kind of
Yeah.
the
And he's only there like in one scene
uh,
because the nephew actually carries like most of like, that like Catholic angle because the nephew is in more scenes and stuff. And he's clearly like the young one. So he's kind of skeptical and like, what am I getting myself into? Where
run.
when we eventually get to the elder, he's just like, okay, but think about this now, Okay, no, you
And
believe. So
what he
there's
does say,
nothing
he's a
I
great professor of world renown,
can.
the man.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes, yes,
but
yes,
that's what you believe. And I
yes.
do love what the director had to say. He said, out of the three films that I've done so far, this is the script that I added the most commercial elements to, as there's a great diversity of spectators in Korea. With genre films, there are people who love them and people who hate them. So I felt that I should be careful to make it commercial. However, I never expected all this buzz and this box office success. So I think he put a lot of thought into making this not just a genre. This is not just a genre film. We watch like Terrifier, right?
Oh,
That's a
yeah,
genre film. That's a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
straight genre picture.
Yep.
Skinamarink, straight genre picture. He does. I think he's right though. He put a lot of thought into adding commercial elements into this, and also what he
Mm.
loved. I love that he wrote there were some occult elements in the film, and of course, when I watched some similar occult movies, I realized that at one point in time, there's a general trend where all those movies were no longer as perfect or as high quality as they used to be. I didn't want to deal with this specific occult genre because I felt it couldn't really appeal to Korean audiences, as none of those films had any history of success in Korea. I was a little worried, but I thought if I could add some Asian or Korean elements to the film, the story would completely change and there could be a twist. I added shamanism simply because I am a Korean and this is a Korean film. So he thought deeply about how to make this pretty gnarly tale.
I mean, it shows. This is not something, I'm sorry, but this is not something anyone can just clobber together.
Yeah.
Like, no, I know people like to think that there are geniuses walking amongst us, but I'm sorry, no, this is something that this will take time. This is a simmering thing. And there's the thing is, when you put like love and real understanding into something, it will automatically take you longer anyways. Love ain't a rush job.
Right? Like you gotta
so
make it right.
lame.
And I don't know. I just, you know what I like too is I think some directors, when they get money, they're like, I'm just gonna make my movie. And you can really feel when a director makes my movie because it tanks a lot more often than not. And and you know, I think I talked about this.
It doesn't connect.
Yeah. M. Night Shyamalan figured out how to, he like Sixth Sense he wrote because he wanted to get out of his Weinstein contract. So he wrote the most commercial thing he could write, and that was The Sixth Sense. And then he made Unbreakable, but he said Unbreakable 60% art and 40% entertainment. And as much as he loves it, it didn't hit big because it was too much of an art house film. So he wanted to rebound, so he made Signs, which exploded. Religion and Kids,
which
exploded.
Religion and aliens, money maker.
Religion, aliens, kids. I was in the theater and people were screaming, gigantic blockbuster. And then he comes back, a lot of flops, and he makes a found footage film about kids going to visit grandparents and what happens then. But he I think he understands very much so, like just I know I'm on M. Night Shyamalan now, but I think sometimes he'll make his movies, which don't quite do as well, like Lady in the Water, but then he'll go and make a movie for mass audiences and they explode. So he clearly knows the difference between the two, and he knows when to make the giant films. And I thought that was really interesting to read about it. And it's interesting how I think sometimes directors know what to make, but they sometimes want to make what they want to make. But you feel that, if that makes sense.
100%. It's usually the ones that we don't connect with. It's usually the ones. I mean, it kind of makes sense anyways that you bring up M. Night, because I mean, we are talking about like horror directors and stuff. And he did do the Split in 2016. There was another 2016 hit.
Oh, Split. Giant hit.
Yeah. So I mean, it circles back to
man,
our talk about this movie.
You know, I love Split. Like the beast doesn't want to hurt things that are damaged. Like he sees damage.
I love that movie. I love that movie so much.
He just like
I cry every time.
He gets it though. And like he'll go make old Magic Beach and Knock at the Cabin, which I love Knock at the Cabin. But that's very clearly a thing he loves.
Yeah.
And then you go watch Signs and you're like, oh man, this is commercial. Like this is big. The Visit. He just made The Visit to make money, and he self-funded it.
Oh, that was fun though.
Yeah, right.
It's such
like
a
the
fun
diaper
movie.
And, it's clever and mean and it's
the
cheeky.
rap. Oh my gosh, it's cheeky. Yeah. It's so cheeky.
And
I think The Visit is his funnest movie.
Yeah, I would say so, because he needed that at that time. People had gotten used to the M. Night Shyamalan dialogue, right? The very M. Night Shyamalan dialogue. It's the best way to call it. So The Visit's the least of that. You have two kids. You have a little rapping kid. You have a sister. You have grandparents. Like he kind of went against himself because he knew that's what the world wanted at the time. He didn't think the world didn't want another Lady in the Water. The world wanted a found footage film about two kids and, you know, their grandparents being murdered by two crazy people and poop jokes.
I also kind of love that he kind of like subverted himself though, because, you know, I think he knows that people are like, Shyamalan movie is a banner movie. And The Visit wasn't a banner movie. It was like, you know, this little found footage movie, this, again, cheeky film. Like, you know, I mean, that's what I appreciate from him is he's always like, even if it's not in the grandest, biggest ways, he's always kind of subverting his own like work and stuff. So, I mean, old messed with everybody. I kind of like that movie just more because because I actually did enjoy Old. I mean, the ending was wild, sure, but I enjoyed watching the movie.
Yeah.
It was fantastic on that beach. I was like, where are we going? And but I mean, I kind of enjoyed how it messed with it.
And it goes gnarly too. And then you have like Gail Garcia Bernal, Vicky Creeps, like these incredible actors.
Yeah. I was hooked. Like, I was like, this is my jam.
So good.
And then, like, with one of his famous little twists, but not what you expect at all. You got to give it to the guy. Try and like figure out how he's gonna end it. Try. I dare you. Try.
It just makes me so happy. And hey, I want to get these out of the way before I forget. So I reached out on Facebook and Twitter, and I asked people to share their favorite 2016 horror films because 2016.
Let's do our draft first.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
Oh yeah, me and you. All right, let's do our 2016 draft. Oh gosh.
And then we can like see who else maybe picked ours too. You know.
Okay, I'll let you have first pick.
Okay, well, like so. I'm going to try and keep, since this is a mash of genres, but essentially a horror thriller, I'm going to try and keep my 5 movies in the horror thriller genres.
For 2016?
Horror thrillers of 2016, because there are actually quite a few. And well, I know the foreign film that you're probably going to pick from 2016, so I'm going to pick The Wailing as my first one.
Oh, if that's so good. With you.
Because I know that you're probably going to pick the French one.
So. Raw.
Which you can immediately do. Yes.
Julia's a beast. She is the best. That in T10, like, oh my gosh.
I mean, right? When's our next movie coming out? Come on.
Let's go. We need it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm there. Okay, cool. So yeah.
Wailing and Raw.
And Raw. Then I will, okay. I just talked about it, so I can just as well say it. Split. I'm gonna go with Split. Horror thriller.
Blockbuster. I'm going to take Green Room. So it says 2015, but it was released in the States in 2016. On the MFF podcast with Zachary Beckler, we said it was the best horror film of the 2010s. And I stand by that. I really do. The more I watch it, the more I think about it, the more I just think it's art. I think it's art.
I know you love that movie. Yeah.
There's a line in that film where Anton Yelchin looks at Patrick Stewart. He's like, you were a whole lot scarier at night. And that sums up so many like abusers and controllers.
Yes.
Like that's not 100%. A line. Like that's just not a stupid line. That's a line that really sums up people like Patrick. I got goosebumps. Really sums up people like Patrick Stewart, his character in that Darcy. It's just.
We actually talked about it in our favorite moments. Remember our favorite 21st century horror moments? That was one of yours because it's so good. And like you say, it sums up and it's Okay.
Imogen Poots is the best. I love Imogen. People love working with her too. Jesse Eisenberg's done 2 movies in a row with her. Aaron Paul did 2 movies in a row with her. Anton Yelchin did 2 really good horror movies with her. Like Megan and I are convinced that she could have chemistry with a tree. Like if she was in Castaway and Wilson was floating away from her, the audience would have just melt into a puddle. Like she would have outdone Tom Hanks. So yeah, we love some Imogen Poots.
I want that remake. I want that Castaway remake with Imogen Poots. That's nice.
Please.
Okay, third one, horror thriller, Hush. From my favorite.
Oh, that one came out of nowhere.
Hush was so good. What a great home invasion. What a great home invasion horror thriller movie. I was very surprised by.
And your buddy made it too.
How that worked. It was amazing. Really good.
The Flan.
Yeah, my favorite, Mike Flanagan. The Flan Man.
We supported that movie. We covered that in 2016 on the podcast. We wrote a bunch of articles about it, and he really retweeted us and everything back then. Like he appreciated our support, and now he's huge.
That's so cool.
He's who's MFF? No, I'm joking. Enjoy. You're doing great. You're crushing it. I don't do it for those reasons. I don't support movies to get. I'm gonna do it. The Shallows.
I knew it.
The Shallows is great. I love The Shallows.
Yeah, another favorite of yours. No.
Whenever I see Blake Lively in a movie, I'm like, why is she not as good as she was in The Shallows? She holds the screen for like 90 minutes. She's great.
Yeah, she did a pretty good job. She did. That shark is psycho though.
It's a jerk.
That is the most. I still want to do, Mark. We need to do an episode with the most psychotic sharks. Remember,
that one wins.
Write it down. Well, we'll see. I think we should Royal Rumble with movie sharks.
I would
Oh
do
my
it.
gosh, did I just, yeah, escalate this to awesomeness level 11?
We're in a tank
Okay.
and they get released. We're doing it. I love it.
Yes. So my next horror thriller for 2016, also first released at some festival in 2015, but had its official release in 2016, is also a little underrated gem that everyone who has seen it, well, most people actually really dig the movie, is The Invitation. Remember The
Oh
Invitation?
yeah, great movie. Logan Marshall
Yeah,
Green. He
right?
is so good.
Right?
Karen
Yeah.
Kusama.
No, it's so good. Oh gosh, I really, really enjoy that movie. Also one that like, woo, it like hooked you from the beginning and didn't let you go. And then the end is like, oh my gosh.
You'll never look at red lights the same
No,
again.
nope,
Oh gosh, there's so many good ones.
there
I,
is.
I'm not a dope breather. I like the Love Witch. This is hard. Why'd you do this to me, Zanandi? Actually, I did this to you.
Lies.
I, oh man. The Autopsy of Jane Doe. I'm gonna take the Neon Demon. There's a great eyeball gag in it,
Cool.
and it's such a good looking movie from Nicholas Winding Refn, and I really dig the visuals of it. So I'm doing the Neon Demon.
When I was going through the movies before the pod to quickly just check what they're like, I saw the Neon Demon and I was like, I actually still need to watch it. Because I actually thought I did. And when I saw it today, I realized I never did. So I'll go and watch it. Just because you picked it, I'll go and watch it now.
Yeah,
Neon
please.
Demon.
I mean, it's Nicholas Winding Refn, so it's like him. It's style over. It's just a lot of style, but it's fun.
Yeah.
There's a good eyeball
Yeah.
gag in it.
Okay, cool. I'll watch it for the eyeball gag. I love a good eyeball gag. There's a sense my mother would be so proud of. So for my final horror thriller, I will then be doing one of my favorite 21st century sequels. I did enjoy the first movie. The second movie was also great. Not everyone's favorite, but I dug it. And it's 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Oh,
Love John Goodman in 10 Cloverfield Lane.
should have gotten an Oscar nom.
I mean, I love all of them. Like, that's it's a very, yeah. I've watched that movie a ton. I love it.
It's a good bunker movie. Really good
Doesn't get
cast.
old.
Great piles of great barrels in it. Really
It's
good
fantastic.
barrels. Yeah.
And I love that you get to see some alien action in the end. It's so cool.
I was pushing for Goodman to get an Oscar nom. I knew it wouldn't happen, but like, why not? Why not?
Oh yeah.
Why not?
100%. No, he was really good. I think I've also written about like his Oscar snub, or just the fact that that film kind of gets overlooked when it's one of his best performances ever, which is saying a lot because it's John Goodman.
Genre hate.
Genre hate.
I guess my final one is, since you did a sequel, I'll do a sequel, and it features my man Patrick Wilson singing Elvis on an acoustic guitar. So I'll take The Conjuring 2.
Nice.
I left a lot of great movies out of there, but my man Patrick Wilson,
did.
acoustic guitar,
did. Girl with All the Gifts,
The Witch. Gigantic
some
movie.
good stuff.
But listen, I got Raw.
Don't Breathe.
Oh yeah, that's so mean. I got Raw, Green Room, Shallows, Neon Demon, and Conjuring 2. Come on now. That's like,
now we've got good stuff.
Yeah.
Now we got good stuff.
All right, I'm gonna read what some of these people have shared on ours. Aaron Neworth of the Out Now and Aaron Abe. I asked for the favorite, but he went and gave me 10 because he loves 2016, which I love. And someone called him out for it. He's like, I mean, the one labeled 1. Yeah, someone went, that's a lot for just a number 1 pick. And Aaron wrote, I mean, the one labeled 1 is the number 1 pick. It's a good year. So I made a top 10 because fun.
Yes.
Get it, Aaron.
Absolutely. Go, Aaron.
He honorable
Read
mention
them.
Under the Shadow, 10 Terrifier, 9 Lights Out, 8 Hush, 7 The Wailing, 6 Don't Breathe, 5 The Autopsy of Jane Doe, 4 The Neon Demon. We didn't take Train to Busan. 3 Raw, 2 Train to Busan. Listen to the episode that Megan and I recorded. It's a lovely one. And then 2 is Train to Busan. Number 1 is The Witch.
Nice. Which is very, very good. I don't want to take like The Witch or Train to Busan just because I had South Korea like film already. And I didn't want to go for Ringers because we try to do like one big movie, but then some underrated stuff because we do these drafts so people can actually watch movies that they've never heard of.
Oh, it's very smart. Go watch. Hey, you're gonna watch a Neon Demon. Hey, so exactly. All right. And then Buddy Deal gave her a very funny one. He's like, that's a tough year. Girl with all the gifts, Train to Busan, Don't Breathe, Conjuring 2 and 10 Cloverfield Lane with a bunch of question marks. He's like, I don't know if I can do this. So we
I love
basically
it, you guys. No,
we shorted
what's
out Buddy
good.
Deal. Lisa Leahy of Movies, Films, and Flicks, she wrote something very nice. She's like, this is going to be a good episode, all caps good. And she's like, what a film
Oh.
choice, and you two on it. And then she put
Oh,
4 smiley faces with stars. Lisa
love you,
knows.
Lisa. Lisa knows.
Let's see. Tony Coogan of the Wicker Man Minute, he wrote, no question for me, it's The Witch. Probably the only horror film in the
Nice.
last few years that properly scared me. I mean, think about it. A baby gets turned into goo in The Witch.
Dude, I love The Witch. I'm a big fan. So yes to everyone. Like, I actually love hearing that people are still, like rating it, because I kind of felt after, a year or two, people stopped talking about The Witch. Because I know a lot of discourse afterwards was like tasteless and whatever. But I think people kind of just, shut up about it because of the fact that people were just talking a bunch of nonsense. So it's good to hear that people are still
It's not a slasher
rating
film. It makes me think,
Ooh.
Zanandi.
Mm.
And then Lisa wrote, actual favorite, The Belko Experiment. Lisa loves The Belko. It's one of the meanest
Oh, for
movies ever
real?
made.
Okay.
And she loves
okay.
that. And then she put my constant 2016 recommendation, Ouija, Origin of Evil, another Mike Flanny film.
Love Flanny.
You know what's crazy?
Flanny Manny.
Annabelle, the second Annabelle and the second Ouija are really good. It's like they make Ouija and then they make Annabelle, and you're like, these are bad. And then they make sequels that are ridiculously good, and you're like, what world am I in here? And then she put batshit bonkers 2016 winner, The Boy, because Lisa loves The Boy.
Also one that thanks Lisa, I'll check it out. Still have to watch it.
And then David Cross commented as well. So he had, let's see, where did he go?
Over on Twitter.
Short Round 2.0.
Yes.
Wonderful friend of the show. He wrote Train to Busan. Great pick.
Nice.
And David Cross, as you know from this show, wrote A Dark Song.
Oh,
yeah, I don't even know that one.
I don't know.
Hey, see, this is why these drafts are great.
Love it.
This was a tough episode.
Shout out to Short Round, because we started talking about South Korean horrors, because he became a fan of the show, started talking to us. So this is especially for you, buddy, but also for everybody who loves the Wailing and loves horror movies and loves us talking about horror movies.
This was kind of interesting to talk about because everyone loves it and it made a lot of money. Like, if people hated this movie, it's too long, it's too this. Like, you and I could be like, that's bullshit. This is why the movie's great.
But, which we love to do.
But it's a consensus. Everyone loves this movie. So
it's so cool.
Like, when we're talking about it, there's no, those people hated it. No, they actually liked it. Well, the theaters, they weren't busy. Well, no, people went to go see it. Like, everyone, when this movie Explained from Film Comics Explained, they're like one of the best horror films of the last 10 years. Ari Aster said it's one of the best horror films of the last 10 years. That Spikama said it was one of the best horror films of the last 10 years.
I said it earlier.
Yeah. So it's like
we all agree.
Yeah. We all agree. And that's wonderful.
It's really, I think if you ask me the 3 best films of the 21st century so far, The Wailing would for sure be in my top 3. For sure.
If someone could argue against it, all right, how about this? What's the argument against it?
Kick them into the sun. Or into a dark cave. Good luck.
Oh, this is lovely. Hey, where can people find you, Zanandi?
On Twitter, I'm over there still. Millennial Hag on Twitter, at Zanandi.
That name makes me laugh every time I see it.
Right. It was when they started saying, we're the elder millennials. So I was like, well, you can now refer to me as a millennial hag. Thank you very much. And then I just decided to actually change my handle to it. So yeah, I'm over there. I'm on Blue Sky now. Check out the Blue Sky apps. If anyone wants a code, hit me up. Like, we get codes I think once every week or something. I'm there at Zanandi too, and still writing Full Crack, still doing Movies, Films, and Flicks podcasts.
Yeah, I love this.
Where can we find you, Mark?
Just there, everywhere. If you're listening,
hopefully not in a cave.
I got some fun articles coming up that are kind of terrifying you know when you pitch a great idea for an article and then you're like, wait, I have to write this. So I got a really crazy one coming
Mm-hmm.
out in late September, which this will be out by then. And so listen to that because it's going to be a good one. Maybe a
That's
lot of
the
2016. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
All right. Well, hey,
Mm.
thank you for joining me, Zanandi.
Thanks, Mark. Have a good one.
Yeah. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Zanandi Boetis, this is Movie Sons of Flicks. We'll see you next week.